Hi, I'm Fox.
And I'm Couch Guy.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where every week we bring you the latest tech news, mods, hacks, and just things that I find interesting.
It's really a potpourri of fun, and I like to call it geek-tastic entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, what fun are things if you can't talk about them every once a week? So this week, I just wanted to explain why I missed last week. It was because I was in LA getting a certification in MikroTik routers. So I'm now a certified MikroTik administrator engineer type guy. It's
awesome. I have no idea what you other than the word router.
Yeah. So
MikroTik is a brand.
Yeah, it's
because I know what that is.
I'm now able to run the internets.
I like the internet. Yeah. That's that place with all the porn.
No. Well, yeah. But now I can block it all and change it to kittens whenever you try and go to it.
I like when you have new brain powers. It's like superhero talents that are soon discovered.
Yeah, transparent web proxy is pretty cool stuff.
So now you can change all the torrents into subscriptions to Butterfly magazines.
Yeah, exactly. But so last week, was it on Thursday? Or actually on Wednesday night, I was actually down at, I don't know, it wasn't a premiere, but it was like an early screening or something in Hollywood for The Hobbit. The Desolation of Smaug.
Desolation. We have the Desolation of Smaug happening here in Salt Lake right now. It's called Inversion, and it is so thick that I haven't seen the mountains across the valley for a week. And they're like this big and they're bumpy, and that's our Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, that happened over here like a little over a year ago, where it was just like raining ash. It was fun. So we did the show last year, but the problem with doing it last year was it was just a bunch of arguing with neither one of us actually seeing this new.
Yeah, and now we've both seen it.
Oh, you've seen it too?
I've seen the movie. Yeah, I saw the movie.
Did you see the high frame rate version?
No.
Did you sneak across to the other theater that was showing it to take a look?
Okay, so full admission, I went as a part of a client party. And so it was not during normal showing feature time. So I was watching during a client feature event. So I missed it as far as like sneaking across and seeing what things look like, or seeing the 3D version. Did you sneak to the 3D version?
Okay, so there's at least 4 versions. I saw 3. Well, I kind of saw them all from both movies eventually. But okay. So there's your regular 2D 24 frame rate 2K movie that you go and watch. That's the majority.
I think that's what I saw.
That's what most people are seeing. Then there's your 3D showing in a regular theater, and some people are paying for that, but it's probably not the most popular format. And then there's your high frame rate 3D, which is the 48 frames per second, which is the big controversial one.
Yeah.
And there's also your IMAX 3D, which is a 24 frame. IMAX always gets like the big billboard saying, "Come see it in IMAX. It's better. It's greater. It's cropped funny."
Well,
it's not.
It's because it's a square format, So when it goes to shot in IMAX, the Batman movie is probably the best example of this.
Yeah, that's actually a good showing of it.
Because when they shoot it in IMAX, the specialty scenes that they shoot in IMAX are actually square. And then when they go back to the regular movie, it's cropped out.
To
normal format.
Yeah, it's letterbox. So when they do when they did Batman,
it's 2:3:5 or whatever the ratio is.
So they actually just letterbox it for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, which is the traditional format.
I'm fine with that.
They shoot everything else in.
But like with The Hobbit, they just zoom in, and you miss the edges of the movie, and it's already blown up. So I bought tickets to go see the high frame rate one, but I showed up early and I was bored because it was at midnight, and they were doing a double feature of the IMAX version, so I could see the first one and the second one. So I bought tickets for the movie twice at that point. So I watched the first one again, and in IMAX 3D, and it was jittery and zoomed in and not terribly clear. It was kind of fuzzy because it was like so big and blown up and zoomed in, and kind of jerky because he uses a high shutter because he was trying to shoot for 48, and he's showing it at 24. It kind of makes you a little sick.
Yeah.
So then I went to the high frame rate, and I think it was a 4K presentation too. That was interesting. It was way different. Like, I can see where everybody's complaining because it looked like it was a newscast or something.
Yeah.
It looked.
Well, then you probably didn't notice the GoPro footage inside the barrel roll scene if it looked like a newscast.
It was GoPro.
Seriously, no, there was GoPro footage.
Huh.
It looks like GoPro footage. You went from 24 frame to 60i or 60p and then back intercut. And I went with I was going for this client thing, and me and the guy next to me that went, he's an editor.
Oh yeah,
and
you could notice.
Elbowed him. I'm like, did you see that? And he's like, I wasn't sure. I was like, no, there it is again. And they cut to it like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And every time the water's getting splashed like it's under the water,
Yeah.
it's a GoPro. Well, if not, it's a crash cam, but it looks like GoPro footage from their stunt reel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Makes sense. So anyways, in the 48 frames per second, it didn't make me feel sick at all. I mean, it really did make the 3D work way better. It wasn't jittery. It wasn't jittery. It just looked really smooth.
It's so hard to make 3D work, aren't you?
I'm just saying, for 3D, it did make the 3D work a lot better. The problems with it, I don't know if it was the 4K or the smoother frame rate. You could tell that the sets were sets. You could tell.
Okay.
It was magnified when they were doing the green screen work.
It did not matter if you were on the 2K or the 4K. I wrote a review at OK.com, and I should read it to you because the fact that you point that out is exactly what I pointed out. Actually, I'm going to read it to you exactly how I wrote it. But if you go to OK.com and look up the Desolation of Smaug, you'll see my review inside there. But what it is, it seems to be like Peter Jackson. Like, I don't even care anymore what he's shooting because I'm so bored by the movie. It's frantic prairie running scenes intermixed with bad sets.
Okay. So, to be honest with you, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was tired. I had to fly out at 7 a.m. I left.
And you went to the freaking movie.
I didn't finish the movie. I watched the first 2 hours of it, and I left before it ended. Because I knew when I got home, everybody was going to want to go see it again. So, I bought more tickets. So I went and saw the regular 2D 48 frame version of it. And it was interesting because it definitely looked more cinematic.
You didn't notice the GoPro footage in the barrel scene?
I noticed that some of the footage didn't look nearly as good as the other footage.
Well, I'm starting to notice like really bad CGI. Like I really think they cut the corners. Like CGI is where it looks like the guy's feet aren't even touching the ground.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of that too.
Yeah, like it's like high angle scenes and it looks like it's an octocopter.
No,
and the guys are running, but where they're running, they're supposed to be.
I saw that. It looked weird.
Like,
it's
why are they running on floating space?
Because of the size differences. He had a hard time with that because he was, and also 3D really threw him off because he used to use a lot of forced perspective, but shooting in 3D you couldn't just do it that way.
One forced perspective shot that was like so like painful when it was really early on. When the wizard sat down at the table, he was trying an old school forced perspective, and it looked like the table was in 4 pieces. Like the table was leaning at an angle, and he just kind of like the wizard Gandalf sits down, and like a little bitty dwarf on the other side, and it's like it wasn't the same kind of. I want to say elegance, but it's not really elegance. It wasn't. It felt like it was like CGI person mixed with forced perspective in the wrong way. Yeah. And it was like barely off, and it made me feel uncomfortable.
So, the higher frame rate and probably the sharper resolution, you could really tell that some of the sets and things were made out of styrofoam.
Yeah,
and the beards and wigs and things weren't real, and It was weird. It made it look like it looked a lot like when they do plays where they shoot, where they shoot them live and they broadcast them.
Oh look, it felt like the sets got smaller. Like, oh look, here's our rock wall that we're just running along, and that's all we have in the room. This is how I wrote it. And if you go to OK.com and you look up the Desolation of Smaug, you'll find Tommy 5C. Okay, because that's me everywhere I go, Tommy 5C. And I'm down halfway down the page. I saw it December 13th. And you'll find all these reviews. And if you want to get reviews and movies and things like this, it's a great place. But you can write your own. I wrote one and I said, it has scenes of our heroic group running across fields of in impending danger, intercut with set locations that Peter Jackson's movies continue to become more predictable over time. Seriously, it's like run, stop at a styrofoam wall, and discuss the impending danger of the wall.
Yeah.
That's the way I can think about it.
Oh, so
I really want to enjoy this movie.
So they had the barrel scene, right? They had the barrel scene in this one, and the last one it was the goblin, where they were in the Goblin Mountain or whatever.
The Goblin Tunnel.
Yeah, so they were just impossibly just running through and just like slaying like tons of goblins or the orcs.
I think it's what video game you basically put music to and have it be a fitting thing. Because like if you took that scene and the barrel, what do I refer to as the barrel water ride?
Yeah,
it's going to become like a water theme ride somewhere. But like those intercut are more video game than they ever are movie. Because it's a comedic, like, just bodies piling upon and bop, 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 bop,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. For me, personally, I'm not, like, a super huge, like, Lord of the Rings fan. But I would be okay if they were shorter movies, if they condensed them more. It seems like
I have a really hard time. I understand the taffy pulling that he's trying to do to get this to be 3 movies. And I can appreciate all the research and the depth that he's trying to bring to this. I don't know. I think this is too much. And I know that the whole dwarf and elf thing is pissing people off. Because that whole romantic,
Yeah.
That's like massive red flags across the board. And there are some people who are saying, oh, well, if you look at Tolkien's rewrite or some of Tolkien's notes, he had intended this to be part of it. But guess what? It got left out. I made the book for a reason. Anyway, it's the dragon is the only redeeming part of this movie.
I was gonna say, the dragon part was pretty cool. You have to admit, like the coins like falling off of it and everything, and it's just kind of sliding around. And
until the point where you try and barbecue dwarves, hands down, the reason why I'd see that movie again. The reason why,
I think they put, like in the first movie, I think the Gollum sequence. It seemed like they put a lot more work into that than like the orcs and stuff that they had. Was it the white orc or? Yeah, and which apparently was originally a practical suit or makeup, and after they shot it, they decided to trace over him in CG.
That's such a ridiculous thing to do.
So,
if you're gonna spend the money, spend the money.
It's interesting, but
well, you wonder what went wrong. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here's my challenge to everybody: go to OK.com, find my review, Tommy 5C for Desolation of Smaug. Happened on December 13th, and do the thanks. Get my thanks up because there's a thank system, and the more thanks you get, the higher you are on the chain. I want to have more than one thank, so just give me some more. I want to have more. Go to OK.com and you can sign up for an account, but you don't have to. But I wrote one there.
OK.com.
OK.com. I've never written a review, and I finally decided to write a review for a movie.
What do you have to kill to get a 2-letter domain?
I don't know.
It's going to be worth like $1 bazillion.
I tell you what, it's probably worth a good chunk of change.
Like just O and K, not like OKAY?
I finally bought one for my business. It's not up yet, but I bought watchit.tv.
Oh, cool. Really?
So,
cool.
I have watchit.tv now.
Anyways, that being said, I still like the movie, and I don't feel bad that I paid for it 3 times.
I'm a sucker for these kind of movies. I will watch them forever.
So I only watched it 1.5 times. I only watched it 1.5 times, but I paid for it 3 times.
I can't believe you paid for it 3 times.
And get this, I have free movie passes, like tons of them. So, but they wouldn't let me use it for the movie. So
No, I know. We ran something later on. We went and took the family to go see Frozen, and we have all these like free movie passes and things like that we've been saving. Yeah, I got like for a $14 movie, I got half of it paid for this free movie pass. Like, whatever, just take my money. I know you're going to kill me at the concession stand.
That's true.
I think that you would probably feel the same way. But how would it be if you were to take a movie theater and start a movie theater where you charged for popcorn $2 for popcorn? Do you think people would come for a higher priced movie?
Carmike Cinema does $2 Tuesdays, and they do that.
But on $2 Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm saying $2 popcorn. You can get a large popcorn for $2. No refills. It's $2. But if you pay $2 versus, what is it, $11 now for a large popcorn? Yeah. It irks me every time I go and I have to pay $7 for a drink and $11 for a popcorn. It's like it's $27 experience for I'm eating glorified refined sugar and air.
So, anyways, back to the tech angle on this. Post your comments below
this time because I was. So,
did you like the movie? What frame rate? What size? What format? How did you end up seeing this thing? Was it the Pirate Bay? I mean, come on. Was it a cam?
How bad would that experience be?
I don't know. Would it make the movie any worse? I mean, or better?
I can't say I want to say I knocked the movie because I did get a kick out of watching it. I just can't say that I
think part of the problem is the expectations are just so high on these things.
I expect more, and I expect this really high-end experience.
Yeah. And
so when I see orcs running and their feet aren't on the ground, or I see like fantastic barrel roll sequences, the spiders were pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of they've done spiders before pretty well. So.
Anyway. So post in the comments below. Please subscribe to the feed. Look up the OK Go article.
That kind of article. Desolation Smog, Tommy 5C. Hit me a thank button so that way I can have some more thanks.
We'll see you guys
we'll probably see you next year.
Next year, yeah. We're
probably not going to have one on Christmas.
Probably not. Nope, no Christmas show. So this is the last show of the year. Please post. Again,
your last chance to complain about me below. That's much everybody. Last chance to complain about me.
Well, see you guys next year. Next year, Monday-ish.
I'm sure we'll come up with something more fun in our potpourri of tech excitement.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
This has been a Too Smart Guys production.